Welcome, basketball fans, to Pollard Gymnasium for tonight's game conference matchup between our visitors, Beech Grove Hornets, and the home team, Speedway Sparkplugs. As always, I'm joined pregame with Coach Charles Bennett. Coach, let's go back to Tuesday night. Obviously, the girls had a home game, so we were here. Plugs traveled to Western Boone, which I think might have been changed on the schedule. When that used to be a little bit later.
February, yes.
I remember every time we used to go up there, it seemed like it was like 10 degrees outside and dark.
It was cold on Tuesday night.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. That's right. So anyway, let's talk about that win or that game up there. That was
Nice to talk about a win.
That was a
Nice
60 to 42 loss.
Right.
A very close game, contested game, up until basically the last quarter, from what I've heard.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that game.
Probably the big tale of the night is we only shot 29% from the field. We had a tough shooting night. Did not anticipate that at all, because as well as we shot the ball against Covenant, we had too many turnovers at Covenant. We had 21. Against Western Boone, we only had 8. So the turnover issue got fixed, but the shooting woes for us that night were tough. But despite that, as you said, going in the fourth quarter, we got it cut down, so it was 31-28 toward the tail end of the third. Had 4 chances to take the lead or tie it, and we just couldn't do it, and then kind of got away with us at the end. And to our kids' credit, though, they played really hard, but when you shoot 29% from the field, that makes it hard to overcome sometimes. But it was good. It was a great effort by our kids. Never have any trouble with that. And then probably gave us a chance to come back, and we've actually done a lot of shooting the last 2 days. I think about a lot of times, like when a pitcher can't throw a strike, do you walk out to the mound and say, you just need to throw strikes, or do you send the pitcher doing work on the side or whatever? So we did a lot of shooting this week, so hopefully that'll pay off for us. And then, of course, we got 2 games in less than 24 hours. So with our limited bench and all that, we went hard in practice, but we went short as well.
Sure. Well, you got a Beech Grove team coming in here today that's a little bit unknown and a little bit unusual. They start a couple of freshmen and a lot of seniors on the team. Early in the season, first game or two, they had 5 suspensions, Coach told me, Coach Sanders.
Yep.
And he said actually it was kind of a blessing because he kind of got to see what his freshmen could do. And obviously they're off to a pretty good start, the freshmen are. But they got a record of 1-2. They had the unfortunate situation of going up against Braylon Mullins in game 1 without 5 good players, obviously. But from what you know, and I know they've only been together basically for 1 game, tell us a little bit about what we can expect tonight from Beech Grove.
Well, you're going to see a team that will push the basketball down the floor. I thought Covenant, for those people that watch Covenant pushed the ball down the floor. Beech Grove will do the same. They will, especially after missed shots. So key tonight, one of our keys is transition defense. So as you're watching and talking, you can see if we're getting back on defense. They're extremely athletic. That freshman class, as you mentioned, they have 3 freshmen that have been started at least 1 game this year, if not 2 games. And so they're very talented. They didn't lose a game in 2 years in junior high. They've got a big 6'5" kid named Bishop Moore, who's a freshman. He actually played quarterback on the football team this year. It was pretty good. A couple other little freshman guards. They got a kid named Ruth, number 32, who can just flat out shoot it. But they mixed it in with a couple. They do have a big senior, number 24, Soul, who's good inside, left-handed, and they got another left-handed shooter, number 30, that can then fill it up a little bit. So I think it's going to be kind of hectic. I look for them to press us. They've 2-2-1 back to a man. So we'll see how we handle that. We're looking. Obviously we don't want to have the 21 turnovers we had against Covenant. So we've worked on some press breaker. We're actually going to play a little bit more zone than we usually play in the past, just to kind of, as I said, they're athletic, and of course we're not very deep. And then our guys can guard okay, but we feel like if we change defenses too, that might slow them down, make them think a little bit. So the key for us is really, I know this sounds bad, but make some shots, because they can't get it out as quick on a missed shot, transition defense. And then I think you just watch our turnovers. If we're 10 or less, I think we got a good chance to win, because that means we're handling the basketball. I think we can score at the end of their press. There's definitely some holes in it. And then sometimes they'll play a 2-3 zone, and actually the other night, at Western Boone, we did a real nice job attacking that. We just didn't make a lot of our shots. So it's going to be a fun ICC game. Obviously, Beech Grove's going to move to the new conference with us next year. But we're looking forward to tonight. Of course, Coach Sanders, this is his first year, but he played at Beech Grove, played with John Hart, who's a tremendous player who went to Purdue. kind of at the start of when Beech Grove kind of really started to take off, played for Coach English. So, he's got the Beech Grove mentality, if you will.
Sure.
And so I look forward to this to be a great game tonight, a fun battle.
Coach Hart, I believe, is one of the assistants on the team this year.
Yep.
I remember him very well. Real quickly here at the end, I went back through the years, and I thought that Beech Grove is a team that we have played every year forever, but I noticed one year we didn't, and I don't maybe ask you why. It was the year 99-2000 was the only year, at least it wasn't on the John Harrell website, which was kind of unusual because we probably were still in the West or the Mid-State Conference.
Yeah, we're still in the. Well, I think the 99-2000 was the first year we were in the West Central.
Okay.
Because that was my first year back in Speedway after being in Beech Grove.
Okay, I was going to bring that up as well.
My guess is probably when we jumped in the West Central, we had to pick up those schools, and maybe we got rid of Beech Grove for a year and then figured out the next year, hey.
But regardless, it's a team that we've played even going back further than that, probably in the last 40 years. That was the only game that we
you
missed.
could go all the way back to, we talked about Jack Mayhew and Al Weekers, but when I taught at Beech Grove Middle School, there was a guy named Jim Newport who was the athletic director, and he went there, and he remembers playing Speedway in like the late 40s,
that would be interesting
early 50s. So
to go back in the library and look at some of those yearbooks.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right, well, we'll look forward to the game. We'll look forward to your keys as well, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Okay, great. Thank you.
We'll be back in a little bit with the lineups of tonight's game. Welcome, basketball fans, to Pollard Gymnasium for tonight's conference matchup between our guests, the Beech Grove Hornets and the Speedway Sparkplugs. Let's go ahead tonight and start right away with the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the visiting Hornets, they come in with a record of 1-2, coached by David Sanders in his first season. At the perimeter players tonight will be 5'8" senior, number 3, Brandon O'Kelly. 6'3" senior, number 12, Tyrus Reed, averaging 9.5 points per game. Also on the perimeter, on the guards, 5'8", freshman, number 23, B.J. Maston, averaging 11 points per game and 5 rebounds a game. Inside player, 6'4", freshman, number 35, Bishop Moore, and 6'3", senior, number 11, Taekwon Lee, averaging 10.5 points per game. So Hornets are starting 3 seniors and 2 freshmen. For the Sparkplugs, their normal lineup, perimeter players, Drew Metallic, 6'6", junior, number 3, averaging around 17.5 points a game and also 9.5 rebounds a game. Kendrick Kaiser, a 5'11", junior, number 30. A 5'10" junior, number 31, A.J. Lund. A.J. is averaging 12.5 points per game. And the inside players, Camden Bennett, a 6'3" senior, number 25. Camden's averaging 9 points a game and 5 rebounds. And rounding out the lineup tonight will be Matt Craig, a 6'2" senior, at number 52. Shane, the keys for tonight's game, as we'll have them on the screen here in just a minute. Probably for the Beech Grove Hornets, my guess would be they want to play fast. Coach Bennett says it's a team that likes to get up and down the floor. They want to get as many possessions as possible. And also, they're trying to blend their seniors in with their freshmen. First 2 games of the year, they had 5 suspensions on their team, and I talked to the coach before the game, and he said actually it was a blessing because it allowed the freshmen to play so that they could see what they could do. The problem was they had to go up against Greenwood Central, and Braylon Mullins was part of the problem in the first game. But those are I think, keys for Beech Grove. For Speedway, looks like controlling the tempo, also limiting turnovers and playing under control, at least in my mind. Any thoughts on those things right there?
No, I think you've hit the nail on the head. I think Beech Grove historically loves to play fast. They like to get up and down and score. It's kind of been their style, and with the new coach who'd actually Coach Sanders, who played at Beech Grove, who's been on the staff, I don't expect that to change with them. And then with us, I think we got to continue to limit our turnovers. I think that's a big deal for us, and control the tempo of the game. You know, I think if this gets up and down, that's not in our favor.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. Not just because I don't think our style fits that, but also we don't go very deep on the bench as well. Coach Bennett was talking about the Tuesday night game against Western Boone when Plugs were really close until the last quarter. It must have been something in the water at Speedway on Tuesday night, because I know the girls didn't shoot very well in the game here. And Coach Bennett said, I think they shot maybe like 29% at Western Boone. So let's hope tonight we get things turned around. We'll listen to John Del Corrado with his announcements and the starting lineups for tonight's Indiana Crossroads Conference basketball game.
Concession stand is open and is located on the second level of the gym opposite the American flag. Restrooms are located on the second level of the gym in the hallway behind the American flag, and on the lower level in the hallway by the door 13 entrance. Speedway High School is proud to have Select Physical Therapy as its sports medicine provider. Athletic Department would like to thank team physician Dr. Conan Chinnick and our athletic trainer Katie Keller for their efforts to keep our athletes free from injury. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask all fans to act responsibly and courteously to those around them. Abusive language and negative behavior is unacceptable at all IHSAA events. Let's afford the players, coaches, and officials the respect they deserve. Thank you for being a good sport. Now, ladies and gentlemen, can you please rise and face the flag as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem, performed this evening by the Speedway Pep Band. Head coach of the Hornets, David Sanders, assisted by Steve Calhoun, John Hart, Bruno Williams, and Jacoby Robinson. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineup for the Speedway Sparkplugs. Head guard, 6'6" junior, number 3, Drew Vitalik. Head guard, 5'11" junior, number 30, Kendrick Kaiser. Guard, 5'10" junior, number 31, AJ Lund. Forward, 6'4" senior, number 25, Camden Bennett. And forward, 6'2" senior, number 52, Matt Gray. Head coach of the Sparkplugs, Charles Bennett, assisted by Jim Murley, Christian Ford, J.D. Clampett, and Alex McCool.
Last year's score, Speedway defeated Beech Grove 69-59.
For this evening's contest, Jody Lynch, John Omer, and Jace Waltz. It's time for Speedway basketball.
Win the tip, got the first possession here. Vitalik with a miss. Good set by the Sparkplugs, though.
Yep. Kind of looked like Drew was kind of falling backwards on that shot. I think it was part of the reason he came up short.
Plugs in a 2-3 zone to start with. Forced to miss 3 by the freshman, I believe, B.J. Maston. Camden Bennett for 3, miss. Beech Grove's pushing the basketball here. B.J. or Bishop Moore for 2. Beech Grove in a 2-2-1 press here.
There we go.
Good ball movement. Good shot by Camden Bennett. Made by the flash to the high post by A.J. Lund. Really good flash and taking the ball the opposite side of the floor. Good effort by Camden Bennett getting on the floor there.
Coach Bennett said before the game they probably were going to rely a little bit more on the zone tonight.
Well, we talked about control and tempo. It's a great way to hopefully do that. Good defense by the Plugs.
As we said, the Hornets had some suspensions first 5 games, so one of the keys, not just tonight, but for the rest of the season, to see how the freshmen blend in with the seniors on the team.
Drew with a good shot. O'Kelly with a 3 there that hit every part of the rim. You know, we're getting to the point, 3 games here now. Beech Grove was having some suspensions, but you're starting to get scouting reports on guys, and you know, we struggled a little bit against this pressure against Covenant. Now other teams have seen that on film, and we're probably going to see more of that. But we've done a really good job of handling it so far.
Yeah, it's when you were playing, I was coaching, we didn't have access to unless you could trade with other coaches, but now you can get online and.
Yeah, now there's film on everybody.
Yeah.
Bishop Moore for 2.
Shane, I know you talked earlier about the fact that he was quarterback in football, and it looks like a really good athlete. He's got 4 good years ahead of him.
He has a chance to be a really special football player. It was his first year playing football, and started quarterback and played really well for them.
Got a rebound.
Yes, we do. Brandon O'Kelly for 2.
That was a 5'8" guard getting that third shot for the Hornets.
Good move, AJ.
Yes, it was.
Didn't get it though. It's good a move.
Tough foul. Most fouls are unintentional, but that one certainly was. Just kind of got in the way of his feet, but you got to call that.
Yeah, especially when it affects the play.
Yeah. Shane went back and looked. If you've ever looked at the John Harrell, I know you looked at the John Harrell website. That's my best friend from like November until March, and even after that, to see all the records of the teams around the state and who's playing who and guys I coached with and coached against. But anyway, I went back and looked, and I was just kind of under the assumption that we have played Beech Grove like every year, perhaps. Coach Bennett even said back into the 40s and 50s. And there was a year, it was 1999-2000, where we did not play Beech Grove. And the best thing we could figure out was that was the first year that Speedway went into the West Central Conference from the mid-state. That was the second year that I did not coach. And I guess between the crossover, we were unable to get them on the schedule that year, making it different schools, playing the different schools in the conference. So, but to my best of my knowledge, that might be the only year, maybe the last 50 or 60, that we've not played Beech Grove.
No, two towns that are very similar. You know, little towns in Indianapolis, their own entities, and have a great tradition, both schools. Here's a fun fact I don't know if everyone knows. Coach Bennett started his coaching, well, not started, but early in his coaching career, and Coach Smith were on the Beech Grove Junior High staff long time ago. And I'm pretty sure there's some video of that.
Well, we'll look that up. And
there is. I've seen it. So the connections are pretty deep here. Good push ahead.
Use the board. This is what we don't want to do, Shane.
Well, we've got to do a little better job on the boards here.
Yeah, and again, we got 5. We have to put 5 guys on the board. We can't be leaking out unless that's the call. I mean, sometimes you do that in games. You'll go through a period of a couple minutes at a time where you're going to shoot somebody down the sideline. But
no, we've got to find people in the zone. That's the hard part. In the zone, man to man, you box the guy out your garden.
Yeah.
In the zone, you got to go hunt somebody.
Yeah.
Beech Grove's playing a lot of trapping zones, 1-3-1, 2-2-1. They're a little 2-3 now, but I wouldn't be surprised for them to be aggressive and extend it. Good pass, good finish by Matt Craig. Good hands by Kendrick Kaiser.
that.
Yes. Nice move.
Yep.
Left-handed, left side, which was good for him. Cut it to 4. You know, we've been pretty good in the zone when we get it set up and get a defensive rebound.
Well, that time, Drew Metallic went straight to the board, and also big part of the responsibility on that's going to be whoever's on the backside wing, because our baseline guys really got to slide over and cover that area.
Yeah, that wing's got to drop all the way down.
Got to drop all the way down, and as you said, got to look for got to hunt somebody to block out. A good sign right here, seeing Drew Metallic to the free throw line, because he can, not only from a standpoint of team success, but he can get himself going, feeling good about himself shooting free throws, because he's a very good free throw shooter.
Yeah, that was a good drive by him. Makes them both. Plugs have cut it to 2. With 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Case, what we're talking about here is A.J. Lund.
Yeah.
On the wing, needs to make sure he drops down when that ball is shot from the other side of the floor.
Finished by Deshaun Sewell.
Probably was a good no call, I think, on the charge or the block, whatever you want to, however you want to phrase it.
Yeah, I think that was a good no call too. Force a miss there. Good job by Kaiser. Drew on the attack here. Gets the and one.
You know, when we talk about controlling the tempo, it doesn't mean that we're never going to run. You pick your spots. You run when you have the opportunity to.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. When, you know, it's a 3-on-3 and we got somebody like Metallic.
Absolutely.
Got to take advantage.
Anytime he has the ball in the break, I'm saying go. And he's got to be intelligent about knowing when to do it and when not to do it.
Missed the free throw.
Free throw being patient, but this is exactly what I would think Coach Bennett and the Plugs want to have happen right here. Slow him down a little bit.
Yeah, the score is right where we want it. They don't look real comfortable right now attacking this zone.
I noticed from the JV game there were several times toward the end of the quarter that they went for one shot. Didn't do it here.
No, it was good ball movement.
Yep.
Lacey Stevens with the 3. That's a tough call. I thought he was.
Well, agree.
Yeah, yeah. I thought he was attacking pretty good by the end there, and
yeah. All right.
And there could have been a hand check call here or there.
Yes, it could have been.
But
that's the route I was going with.
Yeah, yeah. But good job of the Plugs. You know, got down early, gave up that 3, but I felt like we did some really good things there. If we can get set in our zone and rebound defensively,
agree.
I think that was a good first quarter to build on.
Beech Grove had a 9-point run there, and Plugs answered, get within 2. But I'd agree. I think it was a good quarter. If I were in the Speedway huddle right now, it's exactly what I would say. But then I would continue to reiterate that we got to hit the boards. We can't give them 2 and 3 shots down. That would be the main focus probably, and how to do it. I mean, you can talk about it, but actually telling guys where to go and what to look for, something different.
Yeah, I agree. I think, keeping them off the boards, and we've been really active in our zone, which has been great. Because sometimes high school kids tend to think zone and they get really standing around and not real. We've been really active. Our hands have been active. We've got some deflections, which I think is a huge stat that, when I used to coach basketball, something I really used to like to keep track of, because it just shows energy and being a part of the game. So big possession here, though. I think, we need to start this quarter well and get a stop here.
On the flip side, if you're Beech Grove, you're probably satisfied on the road up 5, but probably you would rather see a little bit more up and down and a little bit more opportunity to get those big runs that they had.
Yeah, I would think that they're working on, and they came out and ran a set against the zone. A little more movement against the zone, or a little more of a plan to how to attack it, just swinging it around. There's a good hand check call.
Yeah, that time we called it.
Hornet foul, number 5, Anthony Huff. Checking in for Beech Grove, number 23, Chief BJ Maston.
Maston back in the game, the freshman. Good idea.
Yeah, it was good play from the out of bounds. Got the ball where we wanted it to get.
Yeah, like to see a little more, too many dribbles, I think, there. Just tackle a little earlier.
A little bit more of a post move, turn and face, and make the defensive make a decision.
Well, he's all eyes are on him, so when he catches it, he's got to know people are coming.
And with his 6'6" frame, he can pass over people too.
Yes, he can.
And
he's a willing, good passer.
Yes, he is.
Lee makes 1 of 2 there. Now they're extending their press a little bit. Back into man-to-man.
Hornet foul, number 12, Tyrus Reed. Checking in for Beech Grove, number 35, Bishop Moore.
Good rebound by Camden Bennett. Through with a miss there. Vincent Jean for 3, misses.
Drew did a great job there, penetrating just far enough to draw the defender, which gave us a wide open shot.
Good move by Matt Craig. Good hands, good activity. It's a foul called on the floor there.
Hornet foul, number 23, BJ Maston. Checking in for Speedway, number 31, AJ Lund. Beech Grove substitution, number 3, Brandon Kelly. And number 32, Nate Ruth.
19-13, 5:50 to go till halftime.
Fourth foul on the fourth Hornets. Yeah.
Next foul for the Hornets. Sparkplugs will be shooting 1-1 the rest of the quarter. And you know what? That's something that doesn't happen by accident going forward. This is something you want to have happen.
Coach Probst, you just said 1-1.
I say 1-1?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, way off. Another year behind.
I said it last week, I know. But yeah, I think that's a really good job by them.
Post up and there we go.
Drew with the pull-up jumper.
But there are teams year in, year out shoot more free throws than opponents. I know one of the goals of a lot of teams is to make more than the opponents shoot. And that's not just a byproduct of the officiating. Those are things that teams practice.
Yes. So with two more. Harbaugh stepped on the line.
Yep.
A little scramble there for a minute. Good drive by Camden Bennett there.
Yep.
I think he slid his pivot foot. I couldn't see it
Did
from
he?
up here.
It had to be.
Yeah, it had to be. Yeah.
Because his pivot foot was there, but you're right. I think he just.
I had to be it. I didn't see anything else.
Good move there.
Yeah. Another one by
Sam
Sowell.
Sowell.
6'4" senior. Turnover by Metallic. Foul by Kaiser.
Speedway foul, number 3, Kendrick Kaiser. On the line for the Hornets, Nate Ruth.
Ruth, another freshman for them, is going to shoot too.
I only have statistics through 2 games, but through 2 games he was 0-0, which would have been his first free throw of the season. Yeah, they're playing 3 freshmen exclusively.
I knew they had a good freshman class. You know, being in the conference, you hear those things.
I think Coach Bennett said they were undefeated
in middle school.
Middle school.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too fast there.
Good job of
That's it.
avoiding the charge.
Yes. 2-3 zone.
Yeah, Plugs have been switching between the 2-3 and the 3-2, which is really good. I like that a lot. DJ Moore for 3. I said Bishop Moore. I called him BJ. I'm sorry. Camden for 3. Good.
That's it. That's a big basket. Stop that bleeding.
He's shooting the ball much better this year.
He is, and you know what? He's not hesitating.
No.
I think last year some seniors ahead of him, and he wasn't sure really if he should be shooting. But if you have to hesitate at all, it's probably not going to be a good idea to shoot it.
No. I think so much of high school shooting is rhythm.
It is.
You can be in rhythm. Now, the older you get, the better you are. That doesn't matter as much. It still matters.
It does.
But
if you can get the shooter just to adjust a little bit,
yep.
Just get there. You don't have to get tight on him. Just make him adjust his movement a little bit. You're going to lower that percentage.
Yeah. But Camden, you see him. I've seen him in the gym lots and lots of times, shooting, putting extra work in going into his senior year. It's nice to see some of it pay off. A lot of us coaches are moving around all the time, and even though he doesn't play football, it's always nice to see kids working, and then you notice those things, and it's nice to see it pay off, here in the season. So
Camden is part of the trivia question. A couple of years ago, when one of your football games on an extra point, we had a snapper, the center, the holder, and the kicker, all brothers.
Yep.
That's the first time I can ever remember that happen.
Yeah.
The Bennett family.
Yeah, the Bennett family got that done.
Yep.
Credit to Coach Parker, who came up with that. Our special teams coach. Swell with another one. He's a good athlete, left-handed, long. Good backdoor by Camden. Doesn't get it to roll.
2:20 to go till halftime. Speedway down by 10. Are always critical times in games, but this is one of them. We don't want to get too far behind going into the halftime. Keep it where it's at or keep it in single digits.
Good move. Nope.
No finish.
Yeah, it was a good move, though. He's going to make those mid-range jumpers. He just hasn't quite yet. There's Sal again. He's in double digits for the first half already. Coming off the bench for them.
Yep. He was averaging 8 a game through 2.
Drew's going to shoot 2 here, though. That's a 5th foul on him.
Talking about free throws, I think maybe the best performance, one of the best performances I ever saw was Newcastle against Broad Ripple in the semi-state final one year. Steve Alford, I believe, somebody probably will correct me on this, but had 57 points, and he was 25 for 25 from the free throw line. There again, a player that knew how to get fouled, was always constant motion, obviously could shoot it.
This shows our age. I love his workout with no passer.
Yeah.
Where, have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
He shows, spins it to himself and goes through a whole workout with no one else around, doesn't need a gun, didn't need, all the things we have now. We want someone to rebound for us. We got the gun that shoots the ball back out and keeps our eye all that. He didn't have any of that.
Nope.
He did have a dad that had keys to a gym, which helped.
Yeah, his dad was his coach.
Hornets, this is a 30-second timeout.
Not for sure. I would probably should look these things up before I say it, but I think his dad also, well, I know he coached at Martinsville, but I think he might have been Jerry Season's coach at Martinsville.
Really?
He played at Purdue and Celtics.
Yeah.
I would have to go back. I should look those things up, but sometimes things just come up in a game, but I'm pretty sure he did.
Well, Mr. Probes, we all know your trivia is usually pretty good, so we'll take your word for it.
Good.
We'll take your word for it today.
I will look that up, and if I'm wrong, I will not mention it.
I read a great book by Steve Alford. He called it his 5 Seasons with Knight because he played the Olympic year with him. Really good book, actually. One of my favorite books.
Remind me, Shane, I do know this because I just read it. We'll wait till halftime. He is part of a trivia question that just occurred.
Okay. Plugs in man-to-man here. Again, a different look. I think it's really a good idea to keep Beech Grove kind of guessing.
Stay low.
Good show. Oh, good rotation by Camden there.
One minute, 32-22, Beech Grove.
Jump ball.
Yes.
Plugs ball.
Yeah, so far this has been a real enjoyable half. As they say, let the players play, coaches coach, and officials officiate, and that's kind of what this half has been.
Yeah, both teams are playing really hard.
Yeah. Hornets switching on everything on the perimeter when it comes to Drew Metallic. Nice move.
Yeah. I don't know if we're playing for one shot here.
25 seconds to go.
Drew finally makes one of those pull-up jumpers. Maybe the toughest one.
Yeah.
Good pass.
Pass fakes actually work, Shane.
Yeah.
Pass fakes and rebound. And it might have been a foul. The whistle blew. Yes, he is.
Yeah, he called it. He can't.
Well, I think if Coach Bennett hadn't brought it up, but yes.
Yeah, he's going to shoot two here.
Yeah, and that was a good call.
Yeah, I believe so too. Whistle was for the horn.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure he was going to carry through with that.
No, he looked like he called it and wasn't quite
like,
sure,
well,
did he?
Let's see if anybody heard that. Good free throw. Let's hit the second one.
Good, Camden.
And that's the end of the first half with the score Beech Grove 34, Speedway 26. We'll be back in a little bit with some halftime statistics. Welcome back to Pollard Gymnasium, where at halftime Beech Grove Hornets lead the Speedway Sparkplugs 34-26. Some team statistics from the first half. Speedway from the field, 9 for 26, about 35%. 6 for 9 from the line, 9 rebounds and 6 turnovers. For Beech Grove, 14 for 32 from the field, 3 of 4 from the line, 18 rebounds. So out rebounding the Plugs by 9 and 4 turnovers. Shane, what kind of individuals do we have?
Metallic leads the Sparkplugs with 12. Got going a little bit, hit a couple jump shots there. Camden Bennett with 8, with 2 threes, which played really well. Matt Craig with 4 and Kendrick Kaiser with 2. The Hornets are led by Sowell, Jashawn Sowell with 10, Bishop Moore with 9, and then a few, they're about 10 deep, so they have a few kids, 2, 3 here. But those 2 are leading the way for them.
Beech Grove, in their history, 8 sectional titles. Two of those were before class basketball. 6 since then, 2 regionals, and in 2022, the Hornets won the semi-state and also won the state. As far as our keys for the first half, I really think the Plugs did a pretty good job of what we thought they had to do to compete in this game. One was control the tempo, limit turnovers, and play under control, and for the most part they did. There were a couple of runs that the Hornets had, which really is the difference in the game right now.
Yeah, I thought we did a really good job at controlling the tempo. I think, we've got to do a better job on the boards. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
They're doubling us on the rebounds and getting too many second chance points. I think that would be the one thing that I would add to the keys to the second half. Continue to control the tempo, continue to limit turnovers, and then rebound the basketball. And I know Coach Bennett, he's a big rebound the basketball guy, because it doesn't take any skill. It just takes effort.
Well, Shane, in the first half, we kind of tangent, I made a verb there out of off on a Steve Offer, but yes, the other night he set an NCAA record where only one other coach has accomplished in his career. You want to guess what it was? Well, I'll give you a chance to guess the second part of it.
Okay.
He won his 100th game at Nevada, and he's the only second coach in NCAA Division I history to win 100 games at 4 different schools. Can you name the 4 schools that Steve Offord has won over 100 games?
Well, Nevada, Iowa, it's an easy one. Is that New Mexico?
New Mexico was 3.
Manchester?
That's not Division I.
Hey, but he was there.
I know.
I was right about that one.
You were. That was his first. You can think about it. The last one is a very famous basketball school.
And I'm forgetting that one.
UCLA.
Oh, I knew that. I'm just disappointed myself. Plugs in the 3-2 zone here. I'm trying to let go trivia.
I know. Important to get off to a good start as always. Oh, man, those weak side rebounds, I mean, we're there. Again, you got to drop that wing, which we are. And then Drew has to drop down, but we're just not getting those weak side rebounds off of the 3-2 zone.
No, we're struggling there. And, an air ball's tough to rebound sometimes. I'm not trying to make an excuse for our guys, but that's just a tough.
And you're right.
That's a tough one, but still, there's 2 of us and 1 of him, and he comes down with it, which I know is frustrating. Makes 1 of 2. Well, we got a minute here. I want to make sure we say shout out to our band and Amy Mole, who've been jamming at halftime. We were both up here kind of patting our feet and enjoying the music.
Good move.
Really good move by Drew Metallic. But love when the band's here.
Yes. Plugs have cut the lead to 7, 35-28. We have just started the third quarter. I don't want to say it too soon, but they're not getting, Beech Grove's not getting the ball inside very much.
No, they are not.
A lot of perimeter shots.
Lund for three. Ooh.
Now that was, I thought Camden did a nice job. He kind of slipped there, but he was looking for that man that he needed to block out.
Yeah, and we've done a really good job. They've shot 3 threes to start the half, contested threes. They're picking up their pressure here, though.
Yeah, again, this is their game. They're scoring. We got to have somebody open.
Lund for three. Missed that one. Plugs getting into a set here.
Yeah, get a good possession here.
Good
That's
move.
It. That was a good offense.
Yeah.
Wasn't probably how they drew it up, but patience, cutting the lead to 5.
Another offensive rebound, but we drew with the block.
Yep.
Kaiser with the drive. Good foul by Metallic
yes, it was.
there.
Yeah, it was.
Sparkplug foul number 3, Drew Metallic. On the line for the Hornets, Tyquan Lee.
Lee makes the first one. Misses the second one again. Offensive rebound. Gets it back. Tax. They're going to
And a
call a charge
charge.
there.
Hornet foul number 12, Tyrus Reed. Checking in for Beech Grove, number 24, Jason Swirl.
Another press. Good job of getting the ball to the middle there. Oh, they're going to get Drew there.
Yeah.
Speedway foul number 3, Drew Metallic.
Drew's got the right idea, but wait till the ball gets into a post-entry position before you start fighting for position.
Yeah, right now this is hit the basket. But this is how we want to play, I think, against this team tonight. A little bit more production on the offensive end and better on the defensive boards.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been really patient, switch defenses.
Yeah.
We've definitely slowed them down.
Now through 3 games, they're averaging only 51, but again, the first 2 games were games in which they had 5 players suspended. Their win was against Perry Meridian, 61-51. And again, losing to Greenfield Central is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's one of the best players in the country.
Yeah, and
Not
one of the best
state.
teams in the state, yes. Probably, I would say, forerunner for Mr. Basketball.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. Dad, Josh Mullins, is a really good guy.
Speedway played them. couple of years.
Yeah.
I think when Braylon was a freshman.
Yeah, we did.
That's the way.
Matt Craig for 2.
Hey, 2 good series in a row. Patience, ball movement. Oh,
good
nice
pass.
pass.
Speedway foul, number 25, Camden Bennett. On the line for
That's
the
Speedway's 4th foul of the quarter. The next one they will be shooting 2.
checking in for the Sparkplugs, number 22, Vincent Jean.
Sauer with 2 more. Ooh. Good pass. Get in there. Oh.
Do it again.
Oh, Drew almost got that one. Good pass. Good rebound.
Yep.
Plugs have it down 8 here. Still right in the ball game. That was a good decision by Lund there, just to keep moving the basketball. Not that you can't make it, but he, like we talked about earlier, he looked a little off rhythm-wise.
Hornet foul, number 35, Bishop Moore. Checking in for the Hornets, number 5, Anthony Huff, and number 3, Griffin Patricia.
There it is. Oh, nope.
Good hustle. 2:30 remaining in the 3rd quarter, and we're kind of back where we started the half or 3rd quarter from. Plugs are down 8.
Yeah, it seems like it's been 8 pretty much the whole game.
It
They went
has.
kind of 9-3 and been right around there the whole game. Another offensive rebound for the Hornets.
Got to send everybody to the boards.
Good rebound by Vincent
There we
Jean.
go.
You get
See
the
what he
foul?
got.
Good.
Hornet foul, number 30, Griffin Patricia. Checking in for the Hornets, number 10, Lacey Stevens, and number 32, Big Ruth.
Push ahead by the Hornets. And a finish by number 30, Griffin Matricia. Good move, Drew.
Yep.
Gets the foul and
Hornet foul, number 5, Anthony Huff. On the line for the Sparkplugs, Drew Vitale.
Makes the first one.
How many free throws changes he have on a night? Seems like he has a lot.
7 so far.
7. That's kind of would be a good goal to get 8 to 10 a game because.
Yeah, with his size and skill.
Absolutely, he can hit them and.
Kendrick got that one.
Yeah.
Oh, Vincent with the layup.
That's it.
Timeout, Beech Grove.
Down to 6, 42 to 36. As we know, we talked about it one night when the girls played. Speedway will be in a different sectional this year. I'm going to give you the team. This is another trivia question. All right, this is going to be a multiple choice. So, sectional this year, I think is at Cascade. Edgewood, which is located in Ellisville, Indiana. Indianapolis, Washington, Granda Street. Northview, which is in Brazil, Indiana. Owen Valley, and Speedway. Of those 6 schools, which school do you think has the most sectional championships? Owen Valley, Cascade, Edgewood, Indianapolis, Washington, and Northview.
Most sectional championships?
Most sectional championships.
We have 13 here, I believe, in basketball. It's hard to go against Washington. But then Northview out there before the big Terre Haute schools may have won a few.
So what's okay? You're kind of bouncing around.
I am here. All right. Final answer. I'll go with the Continentals.
Okay. Actually, I had John Harrell had Speedway for 12.
12.
I'm
Okay.
not sure.
Okay.
Anyway, Washington only 11.
Okay.
But again, 1995 until a few years ago, they were without a school. So,
yeah.
But 11 sectional championships, 3 regionals, 2 semi-states, and 2 state championships. Probably one of them was arguably one of the top 2 or 3 best teams of all time. But so it'll be a different sectional look this year with some different opponents.
Different look, yeah. It's always kind of fun.
Yeah. 50 seconds ago, third quarter, 42-36. Hornets in the lead.
Good defense, and good defense by the Plugs there.
Yep.
And we're shooting even better.
Yeah. I want to put the jinx on here. The last time the Plugs were within 4 points was 19-15. And that was in the second quarter. So I need to be quiet. Last time it was 6 points was 6:05 in the second quarter. So it's really good to see Drew Metallic get to the line tonight. That's good. I think going forward going to be, and not for that thing, everybody gets the line, but he's somebody that can really get there.
Yeah, and he'll get other guys shots by doing that too. Plugs in a little man-to-man here. I like it at the end of the quarter.
I do too.
You can tell they were not expecting that.
Yeah, Speedway done a great job tonight of alternating defenses.
Speedway foul, number 31, A.J. Munn.
And I think, when you talk about controlling the tempo, that's one of the ways you do that. You keep changing defenses so they keep having to pull the ball out, kind of seeing what you're in, how to attack it. Sometimes people think that's just walking the ball off the floor or those type of things. Maston misses the second one.
Oh, pushed off.
Yeah, that was.
All right, once again, kind of back to where we started the half. 45-37 Hornets at the end of 3 quarters.
Yeah, I thought we did a really good job defensively. They only made 3 field goals according to my stats. They got to the line a bunch.
Yeah.
But defensively, I thought we did a good job. And Drew's having a little trouble with that mid-range pull-up jump shot, but watching him play the last 3 years, he's got to keep shooting. He's got the length. He's getting to his spots. When he's going straight up and down, I feel like there's a great chance he's going to make it. He's just kind of struggling right now, with that shot right now. But be excited to see him knock 1 or 2 down and maybe get going in this 4th quarter.
Looks like the Hornets have gone back to a starting lineup. It looks like they might be throwing something different here at us as well. Somebody's going to be open.
Yeah. Good. One more. Oh. Pretty good ball movement by the Sparkplugs. Good job. We got the defensive rebound. Pushing ahead here. Kaiser with the drive and the finish.
Yep.
Back down to 6.
Pretty obvious that Hornets are a lot more of a perimeter half-court offensive team and up and down as we talked about. Good hands, good hands.
Scramble here. Good. They're going to keep shooting.
Yes.
Holy cow. Anthony Huff with 3 there. Their first 3 of the second half. And they've shot a few.
Yeah, that was 3 shots, boy.
Yeah. Campbell's going to get the foul there.
Checking in for Beech, number 12, Titus Reed.
There it is.
Yep.
There it is. Good. He got a little deeper on that one.
Yeah.
It's about 10, 12 feet there, which was. There's another one. Miss. Oh. His knee. I hope he's okay. I can't tell. I can't tell what it is. He doesn't look. I don't know if he's cramping or dead leg.
Looks like looks good walking.
Yeah, he didn't seem like he was in a ton of pain, but he was. Looked like it had locked up
Well,
or.
sometimes that happens, and if it's never happened before, whatever it was, you're a little worried about doing a movement there that you shouldn't be doing. So I'm glad to see him up. 51-41, 5 minutes to go. Plugs to cut it to 5, 6, and right back up to 8 and 10. Which, good for Beech Grove answering all those calls. We haven't talked a whole lot about that, but they've not let the Plugs get any closer than 5.
Yeah, and I think the O'Kelly kid's done a really nice job, the senior point guard.
Yes, he has. Good defense.
He's had some attempt. You know, he could have took some shots. He didn't. He's done a good job every time we went on a run to make sure they got kind of the right shot.
Very quick.
Good hands by Drew. Good thing. They call a carry there?
Oh, he called it. Looked like he called an elbow. A push off. I couldn't see that because he was on the other side of the defensive player.
I think Drew's cramping. Looks like his calf's cramping.
That is.
Unfortunately, as a football coach, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Little more than I would like.
Yeah. Metallic's third foul. I believe that's right.
Yeah, I think so. Get back in the play. Good rebound. Still right in this ball game here.
Back.
Really good move by Kaiser there.
That is his move, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And he can get that left hand and get downhill. He's an athletic kid.
We way down 8. 3.5 to go.
It's Metallic's fourth, too.
Yeah.
He's having some issues there. He keeps reaching down to his knee,
Yeah.
the back of his knee, leg. I can't tell. If it was a cramp, he'd be down.
Looks like it's his left. He's pulling behind his knee. I don't know. I don't.
Another offensive rebound.
Yeah, that's
another one.
Kind of been, honestly, the story of the night, really. As well as we have played, we just have not been able to get to the boards.
You know, and there's 2 of those times where we're, that possession especially, we're there, but we're not engaged enough.
Yeah.
You know, we're there, but we're kind of standing next to them instead of, and you don't want to root them all the way out and get a foul, but you've got to get on them and move them a little bit.
And again, it's not, statistically, it's not a surprise that all these shots that are coming from the corner and the wings, 90% of them are going to, if they're missed, not all of them, though, many of them are going to go off to the backside.
Yeah, and they're shooting a lot of jump shots. So it's going to be a lot of longer rebounds.
Yeah.
So even more so you have to engage and kind of root them a little bit. Got a little water on the floor here.
See, if this were 1960, I would say there was chalk on the floor. That's how coaches used to draw up plays. I guess we didn't have chalkboards at that time. I'm not sure, but I think even when I started coaching in the middle 70s, that's how
you drew plays.
Yeah.
Not even sure kids know what chalkboards are anymore.
It's true. Who called that last timeout, Shane? Do you remember?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Okay. There we go.
Yep.
Well, the
Turnover
reason I
Plugs.
ask is because I was wondering if it's Beech Grove, if they're going to alter. I always ask this question. At this point in the game, if they're going to alter what they do offensively. Up 8 with about 3 to go. Through 2 games, they're shooting 76% from the line, so it's pretty good.
Good move.
There we go. Cut it to 5. Cut it to 6, excuse me. We need a kill here. Again, 3 stops in a row is what we're talking about. Wow. Nice Euro step and one.
There may be more left-handed players in tonight's game than I've seen in a long time. With Kaiser and Craig for us, they have a few for them.
Yeah. That might.
Matricia has played a really good second half for them.
That might end up being a really big three-point play. Depends on what happens here going forward.
Yeah.
Beech Grove having committed just 1 foul in the 4th quarter. Speedway 3, which not bad, just in case we get to the point where we need to commit fouls to get them to go to the line.
Greg again.
Okay. Hanging around.
Oh, we didn't get matched up. Oh, we missed the layup. Bishop Moore.
Coach Bennett looks like he's going some offense, defense with his substitution pattern.
Plugs are going to go man here. They kind of have to.
Yeah.
Good steal by Metallic. Stepped on the line, though. Really good steal.
Yes, it was.
Well, your question is answered. They're going to take their time a little bit here.
Yeah. Again, only early in the season statistics hard to, but it looks like they're a pretty good free throw shooting team.
Kick. Oh, no.
Kind of looking down the line here. Reed's 5 for 6 on the year. Again, I've got through 2 games. Baston 7 for 7. Sowell 2 for 2. We'll see. 123 remaining, 54-47.
Yeah, we're going to have to probably look at a trap here or something early and then fouling. What would you do here, Coach?
We got going to have to commit another foul. I'm not waiting too long before I start fouling. Trap, I agree. Trap, hard trap, and then a hard foul.
Yeah. Well, I know Coach Bennett's going to try to deny everything here.
Yeah.
He's going to try to switch everything, deny everything here. Get a 5-second call, which would be ideal. But if they get the ball in, you've got to have some type of plan of foul immediately, run a guy at the ball and trap, and then foul.
Yeah.
There you go. Plugs are face guarding here. Good foul by Vincent Jean. He's been put in for the defense. He's kind of a good role for him right now.
And they'll be shooting on the next foul. So
makes the first one.
Checking in for the Sparkplugs. Number 3, Drew Metallic.
Misses the second one.
All right. It's what you hope for. I'd rather see him miss both, but
yeah. Well, we got to, not the way we drew it up, but he stuck with it, you know.
And how many times, especially in this day and age, the way the game is played, passes from penetrating the lane inside and then finding a shooter somewhere on the outside. I've seen teams in college where that's their entire offense.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they'll run that 10 minutes in a row.
Yep.
Try to penetrate, spit it back out to a shooter.
Well, you know, it's what they say, the best time to shoot a three-pointer is off an offensive rebound where you right back outside or in transition when you're wide open.
Very similar.
Yeah, very similar. Very similar.
How many threes does Camden Bennett have tonight?
3. That's his third one
good
tonight.
for him.
And all of them look good. He shot the ball really well.
On the season coming in, he was 2 for 8 from 3. So one of those things, build confidence.
Yeah, like I said, it's easy to tell his shot is he's improved in the offseason. Down 5 here, and you know, I'm just looking here. They're this up. I think they're 11 for 16 from the foul line tonight, if I'm right.
Once again on the season, they are, again, through 2 games, 76%.
Yeah, I think they're about 11 for 16. I may be off, right around there. Get it right into Matricia. He missed one last time, but.
Speedway foul, number 25, Camden Bennett. On the line for the Hornets, Griffin Matricia.
I think this might be, Shane, his first game, unless he played the last one. But I don't think he played through the first 2.
Well, he's had a pretty good game, and especially in the second half. So, and he's a senior, so it fits right into what we kind of talked about earlier. Made them both there. Pushed the lead back out to 7. We're still okay here. We got a little bit. Need to get a good shot. Good job by Drew.
Yep.
Really good job of going to the basket. Can't get it all back at once. Attack the basket, get a layup, extend the game.
Yep. Just looking at Beech Grove's schedule, looking at the 4A schools they play. They play Franklin, Community, play Southport, Decatur Central, and Whiteland. Also Roncalli, a neighborhood rival, played Fort Wayne Blackhawk in a tournament, and Silver Creek in a
I know.
tournament. Pretty
Silver
cool.
Creek's had some really good players.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah. Both of those schools are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
where
nice
that tournament's
schedule.
at.
I forgot Pike. Play Pike, I believe, in the county, county tournament. So, nice schedule for the Hornets. Of course, Sparkplugs as well. I still love that 3-game set there in February, since I don't have to coach. All 3 games are on the road, at Shelbyville, at Martinsville, and at Lebanon. That's a tough 3-game stretch, although last year we won 2 of those.
It's a lot of history in those 3 programs.
Gosh, yes.
It'd be awesome for our kids to go down and see Shelbyville's gym. We talked about that. We'd never played them before.
No. I coached a couple of games in that gym when I was coaching at one of the schools in Shelby County. A really neat round gym. If you've never been in there, you want to go down there. It's
Reed misses the first one.
Their gym named after the first Afro-American at Indiana University, I believe, and maybe in the Big Ten. Bill Garrett.
Thought you were going to give me a chance to say that one.
Oh.
I was on that trivia. Makes the second one.
All right, we trade 1 for 2 or one for 3.
Keep attacking here. Kaiser. Oh, he may have got fouled. Didn't get a call there.
That would have been a big, big three-pointer.
Sparkplug foul, number 30, Kendrick Kaiser. On the line for the Hornets, Griffin Matricia.
Again, credit to the Beech Grove Hornets as well. They fought back every time Speedway makes a run at them.
Makes them both. Now we got to start thinking about maybe a 3.
Yeah. 60-52, 30 seconds to go.
Speedway foul, number 52, Matt Craig. On the line for the Hornets, Bishop Moore.
Bishop Moore misses the first one. Makes the second. Camden for 3. Ooh.
And that's going to run out the clock. Hornets are going to even their record at 2-2. And that's the final score, 61-52. Beech Grove the victors. We'll be back in a minute with the stats for today's game and a talk with Coach Bennett. Welcome back one final time to Pollard Gymnasium, where tonight Beech Grove Hornets won a conference game against the Speedway Sparkplugs 61-52. Some team stats first for the game. Sparkplugs 20 for 49, just a tick above 40%. 9 for 13 from the line. 21 rebounds and 9 turnovers. Beech Grove 20 for 58 from the field. Nice job from the line, 16 for 23. 36 rebounds, 16 of those were offensive, and only 7 turnovers. Shane, what do we have individually?
The Plugs were led by Drew Metallic with 21, followed by Camden Bennett with 13, 3 threes tonight, shot the ball really well. Matt Craig finished in double figures for the first time with 10. Kendrick Kaiser with 6. Vincent Jean with 2. The Hornets were led by Matricia, who had 17 with 11 in the fourth quarter. Saul had 12 coming off the bench also for them. Bishop Moore with 10. O'Kelly with 7. Reed with 4. Maston with 1. Lee with 2. Huff with 3. Stevens with 3. And Ruth with 2. Deep team for Beech Grove.
Yeah.
Lots of scorers.
Yeah. I thought, honestly, I mean, sitting up here looking at the game plan, I thought we did a good job tonight of playing a 4 game, doing what we wanted to do to slow them down. We didn't turn the ball over much. On the flip side, I think Coach will probably agree with it, we just got to hit the defensive boards a lot harder than what we did tonight. But, again, I think overall we lost, obviously, but a lot of good, a lot of improvement. A lot of improvement from what we've done. So I see Coach Bennett on the way up here, so we'll give just a minute or two here, and we'll talk to Coach Bennett. Welcome back, Pollard Gymnasium. I'm here with Coach Charles Bennett. Beech Grove defeats Speedway tonight 61-52. Coach, I will start it off by saying I thought we played really well. I thought the game plan was spot on, what you wanted to do, accomplish. You slowed them down. You didn't turn the ball over a lot. Didn't give them big runs. They had a couple 9-point, but other than that, we had 4 or 5 offensive possessions in a row that I thought were really good there at the start of the third quarter into the fourth quarter. Thought we did probably need to do some work on the defensive boards, but your thoughts on the game?
Well, we talked to our kids about that. Obviously, just little things. Like, for example, at the end of the first half, Camden Bennett gets a block out, gets the free throws, which helped. And then first possession of the second half, we come out, they shoot a deep 3. We don't get the weak side rebound. They get it. They hit a 3. We keep battling. But then there was another possession in the fourth quarter. We were down by 5. They shot 3 straight times. We didn't get the ball. They kicked it out, and finally number 5, I think, made a 3. Now, having said that, we're generally a man team. Sometimes it's hard to box out in the zone. Sometimes you get some guys in there. Like one time on our 2-3, Vincent Jean was low on the backside. He's not typically going to be able to rebound. Right. So, but yes, we will work on boxing out now. Obviously, we play at 1:30 tomorrow, so there won't be any work.
Right.
The game will be the work tomorrow.
Right.
But in terms of battling back and effort, I don't think our kids. And then again, when Camden hit that 3 to pull us within 5 with like a minute 20, we did a nice job of our kids going in and out, doing all those things. So, a couple good possessions, and then even A.J. Lund had a couple wide open threes that, could have. I don't know if we could have taken the lead at that point, but it would have been a 1-point game and just didn't go down. So, you can't fault that. But, they're not a bad team. I mean, they're not and deep. I think that helps a little bit. But real proud of our kids. And, you don't want to we don't want any moral victories because obviously it's a conference game and we want to get that. But, we could have folded, I think, at some point, and we didn't. Now it'll be interesting to see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, I think they had 10 players that scored tonight, so you said they're deep, they're quick. Got a nice team. Got a good mix of veterans and with some younger kids that are really good players. There was a point there late in the game you said down 5 or 6, and I think maybe Kaiser missed a three-pointer that would have got us within 3. But, you fought hard, and you're exactly right. Rebounding out of any zone is not easy, and for a lot of the evening you were in a 3-2, and that's even a little bit tougher. But a lot of good things. Again, really, I think a lot of improvement on the half-court offense and good shots and things like that. So
and I thought we handled their pressure well, too.
Yes.
Considering, to be honest with you, obviously Drew Metallic has played probably the most basketball of anybody in a pressure-type situation, but this is really the first time Camden Bennett's played in the middle of the floor, and I thought he did a nice job when he caught it in there, and then even Matt Craig got it a couple times and finished at the end of that break, or after we broke the press. So I was proud of my kids for that. So excuse me.
That's all right. Well, tomorrow we got North Montgomery and a 12 o'clock JV start and a 1:30 or whenever the first game is over, 1:30 start. So Northmont team coming in, and we'll talk about those guys tomorrow before the game.
Good.
So once again, thanking everybody here. Zach Taylor, Bill P., Brian Pierce, our sponsors, Yuncos, Hollinger Racing, Speedway's hometown racing team, the Speedway Lions Club. Again, these are our sponsors, American Legion Post 500. They have a treasure hunt every Thursday open to the public. Speedway Public Library and the ISC Sports Network. Local lives here. Once again, from Pollard Gymnasium, 6152, Beech Grove the victor. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great evening.